Honorable Sri Mayur Dhamale Sir, Director of SGM SPM, our Principal, Dr. Vasudev Raut Sir, and technical support of Digital IT Solutions Private Limited, Pune. Now, I request to Principal Dr. Raut Sir to introduce our resource person for this session and national level webinar and express his views.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
And warm welcome to all the dignitaries, all the participants from all over India, all the faculties, and all the support team of Digital Video IT Solutions Private Limited, Pune, for this national level webinar. I am Dr. Vasudev Raut, Principal of Vilas Tambi College of Education, present here to introduce the session of our national webinar on digital transformation of educational institutes, e-classroom and learning management system. This is one of the important topic in present era, and I feel proud to be a part of this national webinar as an organizer on this important topic. Friends, lockdown situation due to spread of COVID-19 is a very difficult and harmful condition for every person and every sector. But on the other way, it is a great and best opportunity to everyone to upgrade their own skills and upgrade their own knowledge in their work area. We say every time, need is a mother of every invention. So it is a need in lockdown to run our teaching learning process by online mode with the help of ICT. Till a date, we see that use of ICT in educational institutions is a substitute process of teaching learning process. So we need to upgrade us by using various sources of technology. So upgradation is an important way for the survival of every field. I give you one example. We know that washing powder Nirma, it's a famous product in India in 1990 to 2005. But they didn't upgrade their product as per the changing society, and they get collapsed. And same situation, Parle-G, one of the biscuit company which was established in 1939, but they maintain their standard and market as per the changing society. So they are stable in market after the since last 61 years. So it's time to upgrade our educational institutions in such a changing situation that's like COVID-19. Friends, today we have a dynamic personality, Honorable Mr. Yogesh Pawar sir, co-founder and director of Digital Edu IT Solutions Private Limited, Pune, as a resource person. Sir guided lots of online webinars and online sessions. Now, I will request to Mr. Pawar sir to start with his session and guide us on an important topic. Thank you, sir. Please start your session.
Yes, thank you, Principal Dr. Raut. Thank you, Dr. Snehal ma'am and Dr. Ramesh, as well as the whole organizing committee of the institute for creating this platform where we all can interact with each other on the very important topic that is digital transformation. Yeah, so I welcome all the attendees of this webinar who are with us on Zoom as well as on YouTube Live. So warm welcome from me as well as from Digital Edu. Mr. Raut, can you make me host so that I can present? Yeah. Okay. So with all these things, as ma'am has started in her introduction as well as Dr. Raut has given a very excellent example that upgradation is very necessary, and we all have to change with changing circumstances. Okay, and if we do not change, if we do not accommodate ourselves with the changing circumstances, then yes, the survival will become difficult. And that's a very good message which has been given by Dr. Raut. And with all these things, we also have to like think that what has happened in past 2-3 months in our day-to-day life. So our uh, way of life, okay, way of living, the way of our operations, everything has changed in past 2-3 months. And actually all these things were imposed on us by the COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, and the good part of it is, as principal sir mentioned, that need is innovation, need is a mother of innovation. Okay, so in past 2-3 months, lot of changes has happened in education domain, which might not like the quantum of changes, the quantum of process improvement, the quantum of uh, adoption of ITC. Okay, so all such thing, if I compare with past 5 years, okay, within these 3 months, that was a tremendous positive change I could able to see. There are a lot of challenges which the industry has faced, yes, but the positive part of it is our educators, our educationists have really overcome all those challenges. And I salute to all the educators who have adopted various different free tools. There are a lot of free tools available, and very positively those have been adopted for continuing the education. Okay, so शिक्षा रुकनी नहीं चाहिए इस या प्रकारे त्यांनी जे एक कंटिन्युएशन केलं या सगळ्या गोष्टींचं, खरंच सॅल्यूट करण्यासारखी ती एक गोष्ट आहे. विथ ऑल दिस थिंग्स, there are a lot of tools, online tools to which our educators got exposed. Okay, so there are some video conferencing tools, there are some assessment tools, there are some digital communication tools. So when it comes to information communication technology, I'll just take you to 10 years back. The government has insisted in several different ways that ICT should be the part of education, and a lot of initiative have been taken. Okay, and slowly it was getting adopted by educational domain. But now in past 3 months, that adoption has increased exponentially, and now everyone is looking it as a need for education domain, because next 3 months or 6 months will be very difficult for education domain. We like all higher education institutes are facing really challenges related to the admission process, because results are over, and students are waiting for the admissions in higher education institutes, but the processes are not stabilized or the standardized. And that's why most of the educational institutes as well as students are going through many different problems. And some of the educational institutes have migrated themselves in time to the new requirements. So they have adopted some kind of different tools. There are some universities who have clearly mentioned, like Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Marathwada University. So they very clearly mentioned that admission should happen online, right? So that is also a part of digital transformation when it comes to the academic administration of the educational institute. So there are different aspects which we should focus on when it comes to digital transformation. So it's not only the case where we are making use of video conferencing tool. Those may or may not be designed for education domain. We, since they are available free, we are using all such resources, and we are making like 100% utilization of those tools. Like some of the teachers are complaining to us that Zoom free is giving only 40-minute lecture time, and we have to manage all our activities. But really, it's really very appreciable that with all such limited resource, like with all such challenges, the teachers are continuing, the educators are continuing the things, and really it's a very good thing, but over a period of time. So think of next 2 months, 3 months. Okay, are we going to continue in the same manner? Okay, what should be our plans? How we are going to manage our operations? What will be the other challenges? Like what should be, is there a, will it be there any challenges related to the communication with the stakeholders? Okay, would it be there challenges related to the sharing educational contents? Okay, when I'm referring to the online tools, are we ensuring the engagement and involvement of student during the online learning platform or video conferencing tool? I'm purposely using word video conferencing tool because these are not online learning platforms. These are just video conferencing tool uh, designed for the professional companies for conducting meetings and conferences. Okay, so what extra will be required where we can ensure the engagement and involvement of the students? Okay, what is the current level of engagement and involvement? So everybody is going through these challenges when they are conducting the lectures live. So what different tools, what different monitoring mechanisms will help my all friends who are in the education domain? So that has to be thought of, and how we can make, like teachers, educators, faculties, all are like accountable for their profession, and they are really doing a very good job. But what about the accountability of the students? Is it a time where we also should think about the accountability of the learners and how this accountability will be monitored when it comes to the teaching? Okay, and do we need any kind of technical assistant to educators in next 2 to 6 months? Okay, I'm hoping that after 6 months the situation in India will get better and better, and we could able to run our educational institute as we were doing earlier. Okay, but that's just an looking at the current uncertain situation. I'm not sure, very sure that what will be the situation in same two of academic year 2021. But yes, it is very clearly visible that the same one of 2021 will be different, and our way of teaching and learning will be totally different. Okay, now when I'm talking about teaching and learning, the evaluation and assessment is also an important part of it. And this assessment and evaluation, uh, just a minute, I'll share my screen. So when it comes to assessment and evaluation, now do we need to think of any kind of different mechanisms? Okay, on 29th of April uh, 2020, UGC has released a circular, and in that they have very clearly mentioned that educational institute have to uh, evolve some innovative ways, modes and methods for conducting examination. That was the first line of the first paragraph. Okay, so with reference to that line, let's think that what should be our examination mechanism for semester 1. This last year examinations, at least in Maharashtra, was cancelled considering the health and safety aspect, and it was I'm putting certain questions in front of you where uh, we all need to plan for. We all need to plan for our term one, term end planning related to the semester exams. So I would like to give you a few hints when you are looking for the solutions. There are different solutions, different solutions related to learning management system, different solutions related to the virtual classroom. So those are available. Many are free, many are available with the some paid subscription. And one more good thing is Geo is coming up with the video conferencing tool, and hopefully that will be with a minimum charges. But what should be the difference between a video conferencing tool and a virtual learning platform? So we all have to make up our mind to differentiate between these two things, because most of us are assuming that the video conferencing tool is a virtual learning platform. Okay, but I want to put up in front of you that video conferencing is only a one component of the virtual learning platform. There has to be other aspect which needs to be linked with it with respect to the learning management system, so that the effectiveness and efficiency of the overall teaching and learning process can be maintained as you were doing in your regular classrooms. So with all these things, let me start with my presentation for the day. Impact on education industry. Let's have a quick look at the agenda points today. We are going to discuss the impact on education because of COVID-19. What are the technological solutions adopted by the education industry, and what are the needs for success mantra? Never before in human history we have witnessed educational disruptions at this scale. They say sooner or later many of us will get affected by this virus, and 90% of affected will face no or lesser medical situation. It is forcing us to change our legacy processes. We as educators, educrats, educationists need to go back to drawing boards and re-lay out our institutional processes. I welcome you all to join me, and let's understand the impact and the solutions from technology point of view. We will need to live with Corona's bad effect. Containment zones, quarantine centers, movability of resources will always be doubtful for the first semester in academic year 2020. Due to all these happenings and uncertainties, administrators of educational institutes are under tremendous pressure. Complete adoption of digital media and total give up on paperwork is only way out. More than physical infrastructure, we need to be focus on being the best digital infrastructure. Digital transformation is need of an hour. Corporate-like approach is must for day-to-day chores and process automation. Over the years, we have worked with not to change or to change minimally for our administrative processes when it comes to education. What I'm trying to say, even if we have adopted automation, we have kept hooks for paper trial and human checks. We have never imagined paperless colleges and schools. To meet up these challenges, only technology has the best answer. We all need to respect, learn, adopt to the new processes for our own success. Technology is not integrated if it's not linked with daily tasks, and it only adds up to the work that is not really helpful in long run. These are 6 major sections where technology will help you surely and be useful for each educational organization. Let's take a detailed view of each as offered by our ERP MIS system called as
Pawar sir, presentation has stopped.
प्रेझेंटेशन
Yes,
स्टॉप
yes.
झालाय का?
Yes.
Yes.
ओके. Okay, just a minute. Okay. Lecture on video call. Now it's okay.
Okay, sir.
eClassroom is a virtual learning platform specially crafted considering current COVID challenges and future needs too. This solution allows online and real-time interaction between educators and learners during education sessions. It is specially catered for the needs of educators and also to sustain low bandwidth connection. As compared to Google, Zoom, Microsoft, it turns out more cheaper and full of featured virtual education aid. Our vision is that it is in this unprecedented opportunity for education domain to accept new trends, blended classroom is the future. Just imagine while teaching in the classroom, if teacher says, take out your cell phone and attempt this surprise quiz. The best part of that evaluation, analysis and entire part is done in seconds and teacher is having all analytics at fingertips to make decision where kids have understood the topic or not. Using this tool, now teachers don't need to distribute links for lectures to the student. Mobile app know who is enrolled in which class and who is scheduled to the subject, so lecture and timetable is broadcasted to their mobile app accordingly. We also have provision for personal lesson planner for educators. Apart from features like screen share and whiteboard, our embedded YouTube player helps educators to make effective use of educational contents available online. You will all agree with me that students are not same. Some need tight tracking, some need boosting, some need regulations, and some need to learn at their own pace. Availability of recorded lecture will help students for improving understanding the complex concepts which enables blended learning. Convenience and collaboration matters for improving engagement and involvement of students. In the interest of educators, we have enabled centralized bookkeeping of all aspects like attendance, analytics of polls and quizzes. Our advanced artificial intelligence analytics helps educators for auto monitoring of screen time and face time of each student, which can be further linked with awarding credits for attendance and academic progress too. With a growing need to foster effective learning, institutes are banking on learning management systems, that is LMS, to administer, regulate, track, and deliver learning. As per accreditation requirements, curriculum planning is one of the important aspects. Our syllabus planning utility do take care of planning aspects in detail, like topics, subtopic distribution, scheduling, delivery, which further can be linked with PO/CO mapping. It is one stop solution that takes care of communication, delivers educational contents, class notes to learners, administers assignments, homeworks, quizzes, tests, and exams too. Educators can plan in advance circulation of class notes and any other study material irrespective of medium, that is documents, video, audio. It also acts as a centralized pool of information for all educational contents like e-library of resources for learners to enable self-paced learning. LMS keeps track of graded and ungraded assignments and homeworks. Educators can access and grade the assignment from mobile and output can be linked with the assessments. Our elements acts like an teaching assistant for educators by keeping track of learners' progress, due dates, auto assessments, manage record keeping, and offers platform for collaboration. It also supports hybrid learning models such as blended learning, learning on demand, and flipped classroom. Our device independent LMS is delivering same user experience for all devices like computer, laptop, smart TV, tablets and smartphones too, paving way for learning anytime, anywhere. With all these features, you can deliver highly engaging user experience and enhance teaching and learning. We have kept hooks for making it a most modern learning management system in alignment with latest trends in learning such as gamification, mobile friendly features, rapid learning, micro learning, personalization and social learning too. Educational networking enables interaction and peer-to-peer problem solving. It helps learners to stay connected electronically. It's a platform for collaboration, interaction, and sharing ideas. It enables synchronous, real-time, and asynchronous learning. Educators and learners can create forums as a place for long-term discussions. Learners can share comments or messages
Pawar sir, audio has stopped. Mr. Pawar sir, you are not audible.
and it has to be modular to minimize the investment. This means that based on needs of the institutional courses, one should able to change various steps and depth of information needed for admission seeker very easily and quick in time. DigitalEdu would like to collaborate with all such institutes who would like to improve admission process and lay down foundation for robust management information system. We have developed expertise in this process while working with various institutes associated with different universities in past several years. We cover all these aspects, including digital document repository to get rid of handling papers and documents. As statutory requirement demands, we keep track of reservation quota scholarships and provisional admissions too. Roll number generation utility can be configured to generate alphanumeric roll numbers based upon requirement of each course or class. For admissions from home, online payment and respective record keeping becomes very crucial and we handle it with care. Considering the current scenario, few universities in India have released circular for online admission and online fees collections to protect health and safety of all stakeholders involved in admission process. One of the important goal of admission process is to assign and collect fees from the student based on various different applied courses. Fees can be paid online by students using net banking, debit credit cards, UPI app and wallets too. It has to be secured and students shall get fees payment confirmation in real time. You will also need a complete set of communication friendly tool for requesting and approving partial payments and installments. For online payment collection, bank reconciliation is very cumbersome task for accountants for keeping track of amounts credited by each student in the bank. It has to be automated to map out target and collections. DigitalEdu SIMS helps institute for all these things and maintain all records of student balance and due dates too. Minimize human errors and efforts. The overall information can be then imported into the systems like Tally or any other accounting softwares. We will also need to find out new ways and means for assessing students. Not only it needs to get electronic, but also it needs to move onto mobiles now, since mobile is more than a computer. Surprise quizzes can help to check, track activities and understanding. If needed, internal assessment can be now spread over multiple surprise quizzes. As quizzes gets evaluated automatically, a smart system remembers the marks obtained for topics and subtopics. It will be further used for assessing understanding levels and comprehensive continuous evaluation too. As the graph of victims is rising and all were busy in adjusting to the pandemic situations, some authorities have cancelled the exams. And it might be an okay decision, but it can't be the new normal. The new normal can be electronic exams. Potentially, this can be most significant piece of transformation COVID can bring in our mainstream education. Exams from home is not just a concept anymore. Who knows, maybe the end of the semester exam would also be needed as exam from home. Our system is equipped to conduct MCQ as well as descriptive answer exams. SIMS can also handle evaluations from home wherein teacher get to see entire answer paper on mobile and for on-screen assessment. The best part of these exams can be conducted reliably over poor internet connection also. Going paperless, we will have to change the way we give homeworks. The way we collect assignments. Through SIMS, homework or assignment tasks can be conveyed to students via mobile app and portal. SIMS also has a provision for uploading the completed assignment and making it available for teacher for evaluation and grading. Timestamp of uploaded file helps to keep track of in-time submission and maintaining disciplines. In my view, when even some of the staff members are working from home, communication becomes a very important aspect, which might have been overlooked. Communication will become bottleneck for all quality and performance-oriented tasks. Task Manager can be the best tool for monitoring peer-to-peer collaboration. As everyone is working from home, efficient communication system will make life more easy and will speed up operations. SIMS covers communication over mobile app, web portal, SMS and email too. What it means, any notice, alert, message, GR is communicated to respective member associated with educational institute in more than one method, that is app, portal, SMS and email. Surveys and feedback works as a backbone of a healthy progressive system. Regulatory authorities like UGC and AICTE encourage natural surveys and feedback system for grading through instruments like NAAC and NBA. While the paradigm is shifting as we all are preparing to work from home, it's important to maintain all goodies that were being followed in regular days. Digital Edu recommends taking surveys more frequently than before, since mode and method of education is changed and learning curve is involved for all. Progress-minded educrats understands continuous evaluation of situation is must for assured success. Digital Edu's SIMS has lot more to offer when it comes to NAAC and NBA implementation. It's topic on its own for another webinar. To say the least, system-wide stored data and our reports turns out handy to prepare for NAAC and NBA audits. Every year, academic institutions face a tough task of submitting institutional data to several ranking and accreditation agencies. They have to depend on a lot of manual work for completing information from concerned departments. This can be overcome by implementing a robust management information system for maintaining and enhancing institutional quality. The bigger the institution, the greater the volume of data, which makes it challenging to manage on paper or even with Excel files. Our dynamic report builder provides information and analytics in various different formats, which enables quick and easy compilation of required information which needs to be provided to these accreditation agencies. Complete digital transformation is success mantra in today's era. So it's important to choose correct software solution and reliable solution partner. Digital Edu is equipping universities, autonomous institutes, educational trust, and colleges with a robust, secure, scalable, and evolutionary process automation engine. We call it as a SIMS, Student Information Management System. SIMS is all-in-one platform for end-to-end student lifecycle management, MIS Management Information System, ERP Educational Resource Planning. Ease of operation from mobile phone is a crux of our admission from home, lecture from home, exam from home solutions. As digital transformation seekers, adoption of SIMS is helping institutions in revamping entire organization and its processes, people and culture too. Every organization has used automation but has kept hooks for paper-based processes. Now, in this new scenario, all operations have to be fully paperless. We have added new facilities to SIMS for turning institute in for full digital operations. SIMS takes care of operational needs of all stakeholders like management, team members, staff, facility and teachers. It also takes care of communication, collaboration and convenience of students and parents. Despite of differences that exist between organization environments, DigitalEdu has proactively identified, studied, analyzed, proposed, and developed case studies to improve the success factor. If the software solution and solution partner is chosen wisely, running an organization digitally turns out more cheaper than regular. It brings in more chances for proper quality assurance. Looking ahead, blended mode of operation is the new normal. Digital Edu's mission is to enable world-class management standards at all educational establishments in India through technology. We strongly understand the concept of Eastern Economic Edition. We truly want to facilitate this journey of masses into classes via education. We are currently working with 125 institutes. We have developed a technology platform to cover all needs of any educational establishment. Automation of daily chores is our specialty. We offer free trial session for everything. Understand, evaluate, and then implement
Yes.
is our policy.
So,
Thank you.
participants, this was all about my inputs to you all. I'm well aware that we all are going through this transformation and lot of changes are being happening in and around us, especially if I take care of, like, if I consider the operations of educational institutes. So most of the educational institutes are now looking at different solution partners and all such things. So whenever across the India, okay, whenever you are looking for engaging with certain partners, okay, considering your local needs. So my input to you is, please focus on all these inputs which I have given to you. And yes, if somewhere you feel that digitally you can, like, we are providing free consultancy for improving for this digital transformation. So I will love to engage with you if you have anything related to that. Okay. With all these things, I would like to interact with the participants. Okay. So thank you very much. You you are with me. Okay. There are few on Zoom still, and many on many are on the Zoom, and few are on the YouTube live. Okay. So what I would like to request you is that if you have any question, you can raise your hands, and then you can interact with me, you can interact with the panelists, as well as there are many principals, vice principals and professors, assistant professors, associate professors are part of this webinar today. So I would like to request them, please participate into this discussion. You can share your challenges, you can share your solutions, because I'm very sure that this uh, lot of innovative methods, tools, technique you might have tried, and if you share those through this platform with other attendees, it will be helpful for all of them. Yeah, so I would like to interact with Mr. Vikas Hambir, who have raised his hand, then Anil Memane, then Dinesh Kumar Gupta. So organizers, please unmute them. Dr. Harsha Merchant. Dr. Harsha Merchant. You can also unmute yourself, and Dr. Harsha Merchant.
Hello.
Then there, hello, yeah, Dr. Harsha.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, do you have any question, ma'am?
Yes. Sir,
Hello, everyone.
Can
Welcome to the today. Yeah, please continue, sir, ma'am.
Sir, I just want to ask you, yes, your presentation was really good, but it sounds good, but actually we people have not tried it out. So suppose those students who have not received this one, so we arrange revision and review lessons. Is there any provision for it also? And another question is, those who are staying interior or those who have missed the lesson, when they can again carry on this project, or those who are staying very interior where the facility of internet is not there, rural areas, interior areas, for what about them?
Yeah. So we have made provision for all such challenges, because this tool is specially designed considering the Indian IT infrastructure or Indian internet infrastructure. Even like when I have started this webinar, 3 times I got disconnected, okay, with the participant. And
Yes,
if this is the case in the city like Pune, okay, what could be the challenges at the people or at with the students who are staying in rural part of India? So
exactly.
we have made we have designed the tool considering all such challenges. And the point which you have mentioned, it's really nice. So if student have missed any lecture, like अगर आज सुबह का लेक्चर अगर स्टूडेंट मिस करता है, तो क्या उसे ये फैसिलिटी मिल पाएगी कि वो उसी को फिर से देख सके? So that is very necessary, and that is not only required for the students who have missed it, even for the students who have attended that lecture, okay, they should also get an opportunity to revisit it again and again, so that their learning can be improved. Okay, in conventional mechanism, it is not possible that if I'm not attentive in the class, okay, I will miss whatever has been taught by the teacher. But if we are making use of digital platform, then digital platforms have that capability of learning on demand. So this learning of demand sounds very flashy word, but it's a very simple concept. Whatever lecture has been delivered by the teacher should be available to the students for revisiting multiple times, and that kind of feature is very required in current scenario where students are not physically engaged with the teacher. They are just virtually connected with the teachers and all other colleagues. Yes, and that is there.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harsha ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah. And we would love to have the pilot project with your institute if you are interested for all such things.
Please do come. We are here in Mumbai
Sure.
only.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah. Okay. May I know name of your institute, ma'am?
It is Aisha Bai College of Education, JJ Hospital Compound, Baikhalla, Mumbai.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So nice of you. So might be we will connect with you. Yeah.
Sure, sure.
So we have your contact details, email address, and mobile number. Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
ma'am.
yeah.
Okay. Mr. Mahesh. Mr. Mahesh, would you like to ask any question? Bipin Kumar. Mr. Bipin Kumar, do you have any question? Mr. Bipin Kumar Raut, you have written something in the chat box, but I will appreciate if you ask your question so that all the participants also will able to hear you.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Mr.
Am I
Bipin,
audible, sir?
you are audible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Sir, this your presentation is very nice, sir. I appreciate you.
Thank you, ma'am.
But one thing is that keeping in view of socio-economic condition of India, India lives in village
Yes.
where people are facing a lot of
Yes.
problems. So far as the internet is connection available, even if people are not unable to pay their students in devices like Android set. So in that condition,
Yes.
how can we justify those claims? So can we be able to employ those system successfully in India?
Yes, Mr. Bipin, your concern is very, very right. Okay. And we all have to understand that India is a developing country. Okay. And the IT infrastructure in India is improving day by day. Okay. So with all these challenges, like there are many challenges which we all are facing. Okay. And there are some solutions. There are some solutions which we have found out in past 2-3 months. But yes, when you are implementing these solutions in different part of countries, you are facing different challenges. And one of the challenges, the difference in IT infrastructure, or the variation in the quality of internet, the variation in the consistency of internet, and all these things are basically interrupting or basically reducing the overall charm of the process. So I'm with you all for all these things. What you have to do is we need a platform. Like if I take example of Zoom, that Zoom is designed specially for the interaction where live quality is there. When I'm interacting with you, as of the Zoom, or a company, Zoom has designed this product considering the IT infrastructure standard, which is of the Western countries like US and UK. In India, that kind of IT infrastructure is not possible. Okay, and not available currently. So sorry, I have mentioned that not possible. It is possible, but it will take time. But currently, it is not available. That is the fact, right?
Sir,
And
what
we
I
will
want to
need
say
some
that
even
sir, what I want to say is that
continue.
even if we are in that situation, now we are talking with you, sir. During this process of webinar, I got 4 to 5 times internet disconnection. That problem of our internet system where we are living. You are in Mumbai and I am in capital of Odisha, and there in that case, when we are facing such type of problem, how we can give justice to those rural people? So that's why I'm saying, sir, to take time. But this period, but in that present context, how we can give justice to those students? Can we conduct examination online? That is a very challenging task.
उसी का सॉल्यूशन मैं आपको दे रहा हूं. अगर आप ऐसे टूल यूज कर रहे हैं जो लाइव कम्युनिकेशन के काम आएंगे। लाइव जैसे जूम जो है वो लाइव इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी चाहता है, तभी कम्युनिकेशन हो पाता है। सो सर्च आउट अ टूल, सर्च आउट अ सॉल्यूशन which will work effectively even if in case of intermittent internet connectivity. ऐसे टूल्स अगर आपके पास हैं तो आप उन बच्चों तक भी पहुंच पाएंगे जिनके पास इस तरह की क्वालिटी सुविधा नहीं है। सो आईटी जो इंटरमिटेंट इंटरनेट कनेक्टिविटी है उसको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व किया जा सकता है और किया हुआ है, ये भी मैं आपको शाश्वती दूंगा अभी। दूसरा बात जो मैं कह रहा हूं कि अगर किसी के घर में एक स्मार्टफोन है, एक, सिर्फ एक, मैं ये जानता हूं कि 40% स्टूडेंट ऐसे होंगे जिनके पास मोबाइल फोन नहीं है, एटलीस्ट हायर एजुकेशन में। मैं ये 40% नंबर पकड़ के चल रहा हूं बेस्ड ऑन दी माय एनालिसिस, माय इंटरेक्शन विद various different institute and whatever feedback I have received. So अगर इन 40% स्टूडेंट्स के पास खुद के पास स्मार्टफोन नहीं है और हम लोग एक फिजिबिलिटी रिव्यू, अगर फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी कंडक्ट करवाते हैं, तो ऐसा हो सकता है कि देर आर आउट ऑफ दिस ओवरऑल पॉपुलेशन कम से कम 90% बच्चे ऐसे मिल सकते हैं या मोर देन 80% स्टूडेंट्स ऐसे मिल सकते हैं जिनके घर में एटलीस्ट एक मोबाइल फोन है और उसका उपयोग किया जा सकता है। अभी अगर हम आपके पास लोकल डेटा अवेलेबल है तो इसके ऊपर सॉल्यूशंस निकाले जा सकते हैं। सो फर्स्ट स्टेप इज एक फिजिबिलिटी स्टडी कंडक्ट करवाइए। दूसरा सॉल्यूशन ये है कि ऐसे टूल्स अवेलेबल हैं क्या जो सिर्फ ऑनलाइन ही काम ना आए, ऑफलाइन भी उनका यूज किया जा सके। सो देयर आर टूल्स अवेलेबल। अगर आपको उसके बारे में कुछ टेक्निकल जानकारी चाहिए तो प्लीज कनेक्ट विद अस। हेलो,
Thank you, sir. It's very good.
थैंक यू
Yes.
बिपिन जी। या सो देयर इज सॉल्यूशन अवेलेबल। आपने जो प्रॉब्लम रेज किया है उसका सॉल्यूशन पॉसिबल है। थैंक यू। Is there anyone else who would like to interact with me? Mr. Anil Memane? Mahesh, Mr. Mahesh? Mr. Dinesh Kumar Gupta. So this is yeah, I hope there are no more questions for me. There are 3 members who have raised their hands and they will have to unmute themselves for asking the question. There are 4 questions in the question and answer this thing. So Sharad Kanta Mishra. So Mr. Sharad Kanta Mishra, you can ask your question. Sharad Kant Mishra. SH. Sharad Kant Mishra. So you will have to unmute yourself, sir, please. And please unmute yourself. Mr. Sharad Kant Mishra. You have mentioned your question in question and answer panel. Okay, Mr. Sharad, see, we will connect with you based on your question. If you're not there, okay. Fine. With all these things, I would like to thank all the participants for being with me for this last 1 hour. It was really a wonderful experience for me. It was very nice interacting with you all, and thank you very much for being part of this event organized by the Vilas Tambe College of Education, Junnar, Pune. So thanks to all organizers as well as the top management of Vilas Tambe College of Education. Thank you very much. Over to the organizing committee.
Hello.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Any
Welcome.
questions from participants? I think no more questions. Thank you so much, Pawar sir, for your valuable speech and guidance as a resource person for this national webinar. I express my gratitude on behalf of Sri Gajanan Maharaj Shikshan Prasarak Mandal and Vilas Tambe College of Education. I also thankful to Honorable Shri Vishal Tambe sir, Honorable Shri Vaibhav Tambe sir, Honorable Shri Mayur Dhemale sir to permit us to organize a national level webinar on such an important topic. I also express my gratitude towards all participants, all panelists who delighted this session with their presence. I also thankful our principal, Dr. Raut sir. I also express my gratitude towards all faculties and support teams. And I finally express my gratitude towards our co-organizer, Digital Edu IT Solutions Private Limited Pune for their technical support. And also thankful to Priyanka ma'am for her support and contribution. Now, on behalf of the organizing committee, I declare that this webinar is over. Once again, thanks to everyone. Jai Hind, stay home, stay safe.
Thank you very much, Pawar sir.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to request you all, please fill the feedback form which is shared on a Zoom and which is shared on a YouTube chat as well. And please subscribe to our channel. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you to all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So feedback link is available on your logout page of Zoom. You can make use of that. Even that is available in Zoom chat. And do subscribe our channel. And if you like this session, please like us on YouTube. It really motivates us to develop another series of webinar, which will be helpful to you. Thank you.